Intimacy coordinators are trained to protect boundaries and support the story, whether it's on screen or stage. Krystle, Grandy, and Kristin Morlino from Women in Film and Media Pittsburgh are here to chat about this very important role in entertainment. And we were just talking about how this role is not new,
right?
But people are talking about it way more often than they ever have before. Why do you think that is?
I think just being the vice president of Women in Film and Media Pittsburgh, giving women these spaces to kind of speak up and feel comfortable on set. You know, traditionally before this role didn't exist, right? And you'd be on set making out with your co-star and everyone could be standing there watching you. It could be really uncomfortable. Now you have an advocate there for you, is making sure that everything's going well, you're comfortable, you know, that the situation is great for both actors and the crew and everybody involved. And I think it's a really important role. So
yeah.
I think that a lot of producers, a lot of productions now want to make sure that they're in the clear, so no one comes back later and says, oh, I was uncomfortable or I didn't like that. And an intimacy coordinator is really a key component of that. So it's really protecting not only the actors, but also the production as well.
You know, I think it's interesting because I've read a lot about intimacy coordinators, and as I understand it, there's a checking in before, during, after, sometimes even the next day before maybe a retake of that same scene if we need to do it. Hey, I know you felt comfortable yesterday. How are we feeling about that today? Is there anything you want to change up? Is that kind of the process of how it's working?
Absolutely, and I think not only are the intimacy coordinators doing that, but my position, I'm a costume supervisor. The costume department is always, we work very closely with the intimacy coordinators to make sure that everyone is comfortable. We have the appropriate things that they might need to wear, because you just never know where a director might want to shoot.
Right.
So if he wants to shoot, you know, down this side, then you've got to make sure you have the right equipment to
cover up if they want to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting.
And what is the science like behind the choreographing of an intimate scene? Because I feel like so many of the most iconic ones, we were talking about Titanic in the back of the garage or the car earlier. These iconic moments look so natural. It seems like it would just be such an art.
You know, it's really interesting. A lot of times they will rehearse, you know, in just regular street clothes for hours, depending on, especially when you deal with someone like James Cameron, he's going to choreograph the whole thing. He wants to make sure it's exactly what he wants. They do multiple rehearsals with the cameras. So once you get to that point, you've done it so many times that it's like second nature. It's not even really a thing at that point.
And so there's an event. Oh, go ahead, please.
I was just going to say, I think too, intimacy coordinators, a lot of them, their backgrounds can come from like stunts or dance or those sorts of professions as well, because it's still so new to our industry that I think that, you know, they have that background of choreography that kind of lends to that.
Lends to it.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's an event that's coming up tomorrow, is
yes.
it? And this is going to give kind of more of an inside look into what's happening.
Yeah, so we'll have several intimacy coordinators. We'll have Kristin and folks like Kristin who work with intimacy coordinators as well. And then just, you know, some general networking as well for Women in Film and Media in Pittsburgh. And we're going to be at Magic Hour Creative, so we're really excited about it.
It's awesome. This is a very, very good place to be right now for women in film and media. Would you guys agree with everything coming to the city?
Oh yeah, and I think it's just really important for us to have our own space. You know, we see it time and time again where, you know, we are kind of pushed back in conversations or laughed at or whatever, and it's so important, I think, to have these spaces where women and everyone can come together and kind of celebrate, you know, the specific things that we have to deal with when we're working in the industry.
Wonderful. Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Very interesting stuff.
The Understanding the Art of Intimacy event is happening tomorrow night at Magic Hour Creative along Brownsville Road in Carrick. There are a limited amount of spots available. We're going to have more info about this panel discussion on our website. Check it out.
Still to come on the show, it's the snack the internet can't stop folding, frying, and obsessing over. Chef Aleka is breaking it down for us step by crunchy step. That's coming up next.